Good morning. It is day 375 of me trying to make a full-length animated movie inside of Blender. For some context, the movie is like something like an hour and 46 minutes long, and I already have the first draft of it called a previs done. So let's go. Right now I'm just making all the final 3D models for it so that I can start animating. But before I can get animating, I need to learn how to animate better at least. I've made a few short films in the past. You can check them out on my channel if you're interested. But none of them are, well, great. The animation it works, but I know I'm lacking a lot of skill. And I'm now taking this course called Alive. And I'm up to, I think, chapter 3. And in this chapter 3 that I'm doing, I'm animating a run cycle. So there's this squirrel that runs across, well, I'm not even sure what the final product even looks like necessarily, but basically it's a squirrel and it's running. It's jumping up and down and running. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that now. Once I'm finished with that, and I'm not gonna finish the whole animation, I'm just gonna continue blocking the animation. I've gotten the first step done, got the first few poses, and now I'm just gonna make those better apparently. After that, I'm gonna spend like 2 hours or something on that. After that though, I'm going to work on the farmhouse. So I have actually had a few comments saying, yo, you're spending a while in this farmhouse, and I want to say to you guys, thank you so much for looking out for me. I have a really bad habit actually of spending egregious amounts of time on things that literally no one cares about and that I shouldn't care about therefore. So this this is like a long running problem of mine. I'll spend like an hour researching on how to like properly make a door so that it's like scientifically accurate, and looking up locks and all this like detail, and it just I overdo things basically all the time. So with that confession out of the way, in my defense, this farmhouse is a key part of the movie. At least probably like over 50% of the movie happens either in the farmhouse. Sorry, I need to speak clear. In the farmhouse or around the farmhouse. So it's a pretty important part. If it was just like even like 20 or 30 scenes, and just for context, there's 166 scenes, I think. Maybe I cut a few. It varies, depending on the day and what I decided to leave in or what I decided to cut. I might just be like, okay, these are the different angles I need, and just make it so that it like just works. But I'm gonna be seeing the outside of this farmhouse, the inside, and multiple angles inside multiple rooms. So just winging it doesn't quite work. For example, there's entire areas of the farmhouse that I'm not gonna ever see, and I'm not gonna spend any time detailing them. And if I start to do that, yell at me in the comments, please. So it is super hard to know what to work on, when to work on it. It's all about trying to figure out how to use your time as wisely as possible. And I also have another confession to make. I have been spending too much time editing these videos. I've been enjoying this a little bit too much. Yesterday, if you guys didn't see that video yet, day 374, I made a short film for no reason. It was just like, oh, let's do that. And I'm not saying that was a bad idea. There's a reason behind that. Like, my friends were all making short films this month, and there's a reason. But that's just like the cherry on top, there's lots of things that I'm doing, but just like, why? Like, that's not useful, like, let's be efficient here. So I'm gonna be trying to become more efficient, edit these videos in under ideally, well, yeah, definitely under 2 hours. Today I spent over 2 hours editing. I'm not very proud of that, but I did. And ideally, I want to start editing in the evening because I'm not quite as sharp then, and not because I don't want the videos to be as good, but I want to spend my prime time, which is normally the morning, early morning especially, on the movie. So yeah, I have some work on myself to do. But other than that, let's get started with the animation course. That was a lot of philosophical discussion, I guess. And yeah. Anyhow, next clip will be me showing off. Hey guys, so I hate to say this, but today I managed to kind of not get a lot on paper done. Um, due to a variety of reasons, honestly. First and foremost, I just am not feeling like super with it. I don't know why. Maybe I have my mind somewhere else, or maybe I'm getting sick or something. I have been feeling kind of off lately over the last few days. Sometimes before I get sick, I get this like mind fog, which is really annoying. And I'm just like, man, why am I tired? And why am I just not like, I don't know. And then I like get sick and I'm like, oh, I was like starting to get sick. So maybe that's what it is. I'm hoping that's not it, but you know, it's that time of the year, as they say. So anyhow, enough about that. What did I get done? I managed to kind of struggle to fix the squirrel animation. I spent way too much time on it this morning slash afternoon. I said I am going to spend at least 2 hours on the animation, and I spent way over 2 hours. At 2 hours in, I had just started to finally move like the bones of the character again for the first time in a few days. And it just was not working. I was trying to make it different, and I just at this point I'm like a toddler when it comes to like animation, so I'm just gonna copy everything he does, okay, step by step. Don't try to improvise at all. I think I'm kind of like a young Jedi trying to like do some cool trick with his lightsaber when he doesn't need his lightsaber. He doesn't need to learn the cool trick. All he needs to do is do that boring wax on, wax off. That was the worst. They're mixing and matching of movies to create a metaphor. But you know what? Whatever. I'm getting ahead of myself, and I got ahead of myself a few days ago, and when I got excited about that squirrel animation, and it was a good start. If the squirrel was jumping to something higher, like I had the right poses for that, I think maybe. But all I need to do is make a run cycle right now. Okay, I don't need to get fancy. I just need this run cycle to work, and it's definitely wasn't working. So I'll just go ahead and show you what I did. It's yeah, there it is. It's really bad, honestly. I have a few good posters in there, and then I have one post that is just destroying it. Honestly speaking, I don't know what I'm doing really. It's hard, I have to admit, like making movement flow, and there's so many things to remember, and I'm just up to my neck, and yeah, it's not a fun place to be, but like this is one of those days when I just would be like, okay, you know what, we're not going to do a video tomorrow, and I don't need to upload this video. I don't feel like necessarily an obligation to, because I've never said I was going to, but I actually did yesterday. I did say that I was going to upload an animation, but today was not a highlight reel, but that's okay. It's all part of the journey. You have some highs, you have some lows, and I need to remember I'm trying to learn something, and sometimes when you're learning, it feels like you aren't making much progress, and that's okay. Sometimes progress is not a linear thing. It's not even exponential. It's just like going through the fog slowly, and you know you're going forward, or at least you hope you are. Sometimes you're moving backward, but sometimes the only way to get forward is to move backward, and that is when you see it. The land. Okay, I'm done. So yeah, I wasn't able to touch the farmhouse file at all today, which is kind of disappointing. I was really hoping I had, yeah, get it done. But nope, I didn't even open it. So day 375 is done, and hopefully this video only took me like an hour or so to edit. We'll see. Also I just asked my friend about this. Look, guys, I know how this looks. I know yesterday I spent 2 hours on a short film that I wasn't even planning on making, but it was for this challenge, and I was like, okay, I want to do this challenge. I have actually the same friends. They're making a Star Wars short film. It's like it's a big project, actually. It really is. A lot of VFX shots, and I may have been drafted, maybe, to help with that. So that is going to be another stretching of my muscles that I've not worked in a while. So yeah, that's going to be happening. I'm not sure what I'm going to include like in these videos about that, but we'll see where that goes. We've been talking about doing this short film for a very long time, and I'm not going to be involved like actually filming it at all or acting. I'm just going to be in the post-production, doing some like spaceship flyovers. So as that project comes along, we've been having like a weekly Discord call about like, okay, how are we going to do the short film, you know, logistics and just the story and VFX and all this fun stuff, just pre-production, you know. And I'm actually really excited about this short film. I'm kind of like a little worried. I'm like, okay, I hope I don't say I can do something that I can't do, which I already have probably, but that's what Google and YouTube is for. You get to learn things. Anyhow, I have a lot on my plate. If you guys didn't notice that, if you guys are thinking to yourself, man, he is not focused right now, you might be right actually. I've managed to be very focused for the last year, and or have I? Because I managed to do any. I'm gonna stop talking because I don't want to spend too much time editing this video, and I'm trying to enjoy this journey of making the full-length animated movie inside a blender, and I also want to be there for my friends when they need some help making their short films and movies as well. So you give some, you lose some. I don't think I said that saying right, and I don't think that was in the right context or the right place at all. Don't really care. And I will see you in the next video, whenever that might be. That might be in a few days. That might be in a week. Who knows? You'll have to stay tuned to find out, I guess. Bye-bye.